Hello and welcome to Cigar Box Guitars, aka the Dutchman in San Marcos. I am the DISM. So we're coming to you with another episode. We're working on the King B box. So that's what was actually marked on the box. We're going to keep moving along on that. Had a little sidetracks. So let's get going. All right, so here we go. Like I was saying, I had a few sidetracks. I actually decided to kind of start phase one of the big workshop remodel. I had some cabinets. I'm looking at kind of more stable workbenches. This thing here is like an old nightstand, so it kind of wobbles if I do anything hard on it. So I was kind of thinking, how can I reuse some of the things I had to make a new workshop? I'll show you around real quick here. Let me move this. But here's how it's kind of looking right now. I don't know if you can see that. These were the toolboxes I have right here, which they were against that wall. And I've got another one. Right here. I kind of put my tools on it, and you can see the little camper I moved from away from here. Hope I'm not making you sick with all this movement. And I put it over here, and all the other stuff I had in the middle is kind of up front here, which still needs to be reorganized. But I've got it open enough to work on the cigar boxes today, because I got my chop saw close. I got that close, but we're not using that. But so that's kind of the setup I'm working with. Sorry about the monkey cam, but let's get going, and we'll get cutting things on this thing, so we can get this neck in the box. As you know, we've been laying it out quite a bit. Now's the time to get cutting and measuring and cutting. And so let me get you set up so you can see the bench, and we'll show you a few things. So here we go. Okay, here we are on the bench. Hope you got enough light here. I kind of cleared it off. Hey, some guy made a comment, and I think I'm gonna. I read the comments. He said, yeah, that bone dust. When I was doing these bone nut things, they said bone nut is really bad for breathing in, and I thought, oh no, I was breathing in using my well, you can't see it from here, using my sander to sand it down. So I had these kind of just cheap paper ones, which are really hard to put on. So that's what I might look at it. I might need to go to Harbor Freight and Tool and look at some kind of a little better dust collection mask I can wear when I'm sawing. And I heard that same thing about hardwood as well. So get some kind of a mask so when I'm sawing hardwoods and working with bone and basically anything to help kind of filter out some of those bad dust, because I don't want to get stuff like that in my lungs. That's gonna make me sick. So thanks for the comment. We'll be looking into that pretty closely. So here we go. Like I was saying when I laid it out, nothing has changed here. I did. Once I move this stuff here, I did kind of mark where the heel was going to go. This heel right here. Did I mark that wrong? Yeah, I marked it wrong. I had it like that, so it's actually marked wrong. So I might ignore this. I'm gonna have, because when it's coming out of the box, it's gonna be like this. And I don't know if you can see that. As you can see, I made it curved. I made it the wrong way. So what we need to do first is let's get this to size. And I think I'm gonna have to remove my cape here. happen. I put this stuff on. I think I'm going to take it off now because it is wrecking this. It is wrecking my... I was wondering how this was going to hold up on the stuff that's glued onto this box, and so I gotta do it pretty carefully. It seems like it's not tolerating it too well. The one thing you got to be careful about when we're making cigar box guitars is I had really nice stuff like this on boxes, and the blue tape actually pulled it up, so I might have to look into maybe that green frog tape stuff. But so yeah, so I'm gonna pull these off because I can always remeasure. It's nice to have a reference point, but I don't want to lose my artifacts. You know, this thing here wants to pull up, and I think I I did spray lacquer this one, but it's more vulnerable. I can see, you can't see it on the camera, I can see on the tape that it's pulling that lacquer off. So we don't want that. So let's take this off gingerly because we don't want to tear this, and then our box will look goofy. And I might need to put maybe after I get everything cut and ready, I'll put another coat of clear on it to seal everything again. But note to self, I'm not gonna use this blue painter's tape because it seems like it sticks too much. So there we go. We got those off. I did have it centered and marked on that tape, but we can start over on that again. So the box, I always have to hold it the direction I'm going to be playing it. Will be played like this. So this side is where the neck's going to be sticking out, and because when you put it down on the bench, I actually have, when it's facing me, it's actually the other way because it would be coming out, the neck's going to be coming out this way to be right-handed. So we'll open that up. So neck is coming out this way. So let's get this marked of where it's at. Let me get a pencil here. That was weird. I just heard something fall. There we go. Pencil's right there. So let's get this marked. And then we'll measure this because I got to leave that much. I'll mark where the... Well, let me mark where the box comes in. Right there. Get my square. I put my squares away. So we'll get my square out here and mark that. So here we go. Sorry for keeping you hanging there. So that'll be the outside. This is flush outside of the box. So we got that. And I've got to measure this. Since it's actually drawn the wrong way, because the round part should be here. So, but I didn't like the way this was drawn anyway, so we'll redo that. We'll redo that mark. But it's actually, it looks like, I I need it there 2.5. So that means I need to have 2.5 inches sticking out from this line, and then we'll mark our neck. 2.5 inches. Sorry, I gotta get my other glasses on. Ah, the joys of getting old. You can't see anymore. Can't see these marks. But so we'll go 2.5 here. 1, 2. 2.5 there. So that'll be where this thing should be. We'll cut, this piece is going to be cut off. So then when I put this up here, we'll line that up and mark it. There we go. So let me cut this. I'm gonna turn you off because I gotta get my, I think I got my saw unplugged since I was moving around, so I gotta plug it in and get it going. I won't bore you with that, so I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back. Got that part cut off. We cut this part off, and we've got our little piece that this will bolt down to. So you'll see when it goes in there, this part will be right there. So the next thing we have to do is, I probably have to get my template back out, because we want to cut a hole, and I can always use this piece too. We want to cut a hole so I can slide this in, but I want to keep the integrity there. I wish this would have been longer because I could have used it. I could have used it that way, but I'm thinking I need a piece to go from here to here. So let's get this box, now that we got this cut out. And this is exactly, this board is exactly 2.5. So we want to center this. So we'll do this here. Lay this flat. 3. Actually, when I taped it, I put a little pencil line on there so I could, but let me get it up here. So I could find the center. I'm going to do this here too so we get it right. I'm going to hit it with a, hit it with my pencil here, and then I'm going to hit it with a marker. So that's our center point. Let me get a marker here. So there, and let's get this side over here while we're goofing around. While we're hitting it, take just a minute here, I'll get it Really important to get this thing centered. Check all the marks, and it's going to be right there. So we got our center marks. We don't have to worry about that tape. So we got those in there. I made this one. C.B.G sells a plastic one, and I thought, hey, I can make that. So now this is wider. This is wider than, this is 2.5. So the nice part is, it looks like I have marks on here, so I can go by those marks to mark my box. And I think it's on the inside, or does it split? I gotta split the difference. But I think to get more accurate, I'm gonna mark this. So you probably can't see it. I put a pencil mark line inside of that black because the black marker here is wider, so that way I can put my center, I can line my center line up here, which would be maybe let me mark my center line down. Oh shoot, that does show up. That's okay. Center line. Center line. And it's going to be on this side because it'll be blah, 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 blah. Gotta get that right. See, my tape kind of pulled that up there too, so I'm going to have to glue that. So I got my center line there. Now I should be able to do this. Run my center line. I think I'm gonna get a little marker. I got a little skinny black one here. A little marker to mark it. I don't know if you can see me good here. Let me adjust my shot here. I'll pull it back out. Here we go. Sorry about the shot if you couldn't see me. So we'll go here. We got our center marker. It could work better with a pencil. It's not. Now my case is too shiny. The pencil they scribed into the lacquer a little bit. Can you see that? I'm going to have to use a different color because I got black and brown. Maybe just put a dot. Maybe just put a dot on there. Because I'm going to cut on the inside of it anyways, because I'd rather file into it. There we go, that's better. I can see my two marks. Because there we go. So you can see where I marked it. And this is bronze, so it doesn't look too bad with the gold and stuff if you see any remnants of it later. So we take this, you can see I need to cut on the inside of that marker. And let's do this so I can get our true bottom. Look at the factory side. I'm guessing there's a trying to compensate for the bottom, because this will be flush on the bottom, but there in the box there's actually a little, the piece that is the bottom is a little wider, so I want to make sure I got a clearance for that. So it looks like this line right here. So it's actually this black line right here. So we can cut that out. Shoot, boy, I loosened all of that up. I'm gonna have to glue all that again. This all came up from that goofy tape. I don't know if it did that when I hit it with the lacquer. So let's cut that out. And we'll go on the inside of the lines because we want room to play. Okay, so we got that marked. Before we do box cutting, let's get this other part measured up. And I'm guessing if I go this route, see where it's at. So I know that's got to be the edge. So that looks right. Yeah. Now it's a matter of getting that footprint. kind of eyeballing this. Maybe that's good, maybe that's bad. But if I can get it really square, I think it'll work. It's weird, this neck wasn't, the way it cut out, wasn't shaped quite right, but if I get it close enough, I'm going to leave a little extra off of this so I can sand it. It's more of getting enough on each side. So see how that goes. So that should be it. It doesn't matter. I won't cut that part. But I just wanted to make sure, see how wide I got it. Looks like I got it pretty close. So we got that marked. So we can hog that away. But I'll leave room. Might be just a little off. So we got that marked. So we know where that's going to go in. If I line it up. We just need to trim it. Still don't know how I'm going to trim that, but maybe I'll wait until we have it hooked up. So good, we got that. Now, what do I got here? I think I'm running out of time because it took some time doing that. But what we got done is this is going to be ready. Once I cut that out, we'll be able to slide that in and we'll have our piece. So the next step is I need to find a piece that'll go all the way across. But from what I'm seeing is, hey, maybe, what I'm seeing is with two pieces it's too high. This might be the right size. If it is, I'll use this. You know what? Just a little bit thick. Because I want a piece that goes all the way across. But this is just a little too thick. I don't know how high the bottom is. And it's too thick here. So maybe, just maybe, like a piece of this stuff. No, that's not. not going to be tall enough, but I do have to bring it up. So, something we'll have to look for wood for this. This is too thick because I do have to do the pitch. It is going to be up a little higher on this end and you know, flush on that end to give me my back bow. To give me my back bow on the neck. Or yeah, it would be this down to the back bow. So anyways, there we have it. It's starting to shape up. I'll get you on the bench to say goodbye. Hang on. All right, so there we have it. Didn't get as far as I would have liked. I would have liked to got that hole cut out in the box, but what I found with cutting holes in boxes is you don't want to rush it. Take your time, and I'd be rushing trying to get it all done to fit in this episode, so I backed off. Did a little more thinking about the size of wood I need in order to make the support going across to hold the bridge and everything, so it's one big piece. Because after I slide it in the box, then I'll glue those pieces on top of it. Got the stub of it drawn out, and got to think about the cutting out of that to and how to sand it down. So we'll work on that, and that might be a thing where it's already attached and just on there, and then you work around sanding it. So we got all that done. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to hit like. Remember, listen till the end until the train comes in the station and you hear the horn. I took that a year back. Yeah, because it's a new year now. A year back, we went to the model train show, actually in the L.A. train station, and that was a lot of fun. And that was our train going back to San Marcos. We took the train from Oceanside to L.A. Grand Central Station, and so that was just a little clip I had from that adventure, and kind of like it in the end because you gotta wait until you hear the train pull in and he blows his whistle, so that's a lot of fun. So be sure to stay tuned until it all the way ends. That way you watch the video all the way through. Tell your friends. Remember, if you want a card, I had new cards. Yeah, remember I had new cards. If you want one of those, drop me a comment, and I can mail one out to you. So we'll see you next week, same time, 11 a.m. on Saturday at Cigar Box Guitars, aka Dutchman in San Marcos. I am the DISM, so we'll see you later.